everybody lost and found. You know, Joe Alphonse. So I worked for the Chilcones for a lot of 3 years. And then I said, let me think how that worked. What they said was, you are going to save us. I worked through 2014. I won everything, I think. And Joe said, Shelley, you have got to win. You have got to get us so that our funds are not frozen. And you know, this was an era where funds weren't frozen. So I just couldn't believe that was. So let's go next. Lost and found. Imagination, exploration, Antonio Banderas. Well, who does not like Antonio Banderas? The 13th Warrior and connections to British Columbia. So, you know, there was a lot of things happening in British Columbia. And this gentleman, Antonio Banderas, or somebody, they came to Dog Creek. They came, they won. They, you know, it was a big fight. It was not easy, okay? And Joe Alphonse said, Shelley, you're going to tell this story and you're going to tell it right and you're going to tell the truth. So our agenda was like this. Overview of the 13th Warrior film. Oh, we all love Hollywood, okay? This is the way it was. So, yeah, we can talk about Antonio Banderas and his highlights. You know, that's not what's important. What's important is that us as Indigenous people, we need to survive. British Columbia as a film location. So this is Dog Creek. If any of you have ever driven out there, let me tell you, it's really scary, okay? Imagine, you know, the Lynx, the 13th Warrior in British Columbia. I think that probably people died. You know, that is life. You know, God chooses his warriors. You know, it's a really amazing history. The Chilcotin are amazing. They would share food. And Chief Joe Alphonse, he allowed me to work with Dog Creek. Now, Dog Creek is a treaty nation. Joe Alphonse is a rights and titles nation, okay? So let's just move on. Overview of the 13th Warrior. And you know, it was amazing. And it was good. And you know, sometimes it's nice. It's nice to have Hollywood. You know, it's nice to just have a story. It's nice to tell the truth. So, you know, here's what happened with Antonio Banderas. Well, you know, he is Middle Eastern. Ahmed Ided Beden joining Viking warriors to face mysterious dangers. Oh, culture encounters. You know, they wanted to come over. They wanted to rich. They wanted to win. They thought there was gold here. They thought there was, you know, this isn't Mexico, okay? They wanted to find things. They, was there gold? Maybe. Was there coal? Was there something? We don't know. What is it? All right, let's figure it out. Antonio Banderas' role as Ahmed Ibn Badlin. Okay, So look, okay, look, you guys, people traveled all over the world and they sought out things, you know. He thought that he would find things. He thought that, wow, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna get things. He said he was an Arab diplomat navigating the Viking world. Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you about the Viking world and um, navigating an Arab. So in Headley, the Hispanics, we fought them. We fought them. We fought them as we were Indians. My Aunt Hidal, we fought them. We won. It's I mean there's bounds of or whatever you want to say, there's mounds, whatever it is. And so what the hell is an Arab doing in British Columbia? I don't know. Maybe this is just a movie. Maybe this is just something wonderful. Just so you're aware, in Alberta, yeah, Arabs are huge in Alberta. They find things, they try to make things very cheap, okay, to build a farm, a gallery. They tried to make everything as safe as possible. Okay, cultural bridging, what is it? All right, so cultural bridging, Arabs and Vikings. They came over. Everybody, you know what it was about? It was about, hey, can we win? Hey, can we get money? Hey, can we get food? That is cultural bridging. You know, themes, honor, specific. You know, people just, we want to win. We want to win. We're not going to win. Well, maybe you are. I don't know. I think that when they filmed this movie, I think it was just movie. I think it was fun. Okay? So historical and cultural inspirations for this story. You know, of course we want that dream. We want, you know, the story draws on historical accounts, travels, you know, the Arab and Viking worlds, Norse and influence. You know what? Here's what happened. Norsemen, they ended up on the east coast of Canada. Newfoundland was just huge. Okay, did they really get here to BC? I honestly don't know. Maybe it's just the best story ever. If you watched it, I really enjoyed it. A culture exchange. Who does not want a cultural exchange? Who does not want to share cinnamon? Who does not want to share all these herbs and spices? But I don't think Canada, I don't think that happened. I think that it went further south, warmer climates, okay? We can talk about Antonio Banderas' career highlights. You know what this is about is this is about Dog Creek, and this is about people fighting and careers and winning a story. And it's a fantasy, okay? And that is the end of that. It is a fantasy. It is not real. And it talks about Antonio Banderas and his breakthrough and everything. And you know, Antonio Banderas really was Spanish. And when we were in Headley, my grandmother would tell you, we fought the Spanish. Everything was buried. Okay? So, and then we kicked them across the Columbia River. So, this is really interesting because here we are, the 13th warrior. Maybe there's truth to it, maybe there's not. Maybe we should look at it. But here's what I can tell you from my heritage in Headley. We did fight the Spanish. And we sent 2 of them across the Columbia River. And no, they were not allowed. And Dog Creek, no. I don't believe, I believe it was a fantasy, I believe it was a story, and I believe it was kind of romantic, okay? So we talk about major films, collaborations, and yeah, so guess what? How can you have Antonio Banderas without being a Zorro? Okay, a Zorro is a fox. Okay, he is Spanish, Mexican, all the way through. All right, and it's just fun. So let's leave it at that. But what I really want you to understand is Dog Creek. There was wars there. There was wars there with the Chilcotins. And then all of a sudden they made friends. And then Chief Joe Alphonse said, Shelley, I'll let you go to work there. But he said, you're not going to cross any lines. And you know what? I loved it. I loved it because even the chief of Dog Creek said, hey, tell Joe we want peace. And, you know, it was lovely. Anyways, that's sort of where we're at. And then we talk about recognitions and awards, and it doesn't matter. I think our people matter. I don't want recognitions and awards. You know what I believed? I believed that Joe Alphonse, Chief Joe Alphonse, he cared. He wanted peace. And he said, Shelley, go work there. I don't want any problems. I want you to make peace. Chief Joe Alphonse said, bring peace. Thank you, Chief Joe. I could not have done this without you, but you did. Thank you. And British Columbia, well, we want to appeal to filmmaking and stuff like that, but no. You know what I want? I want our chiefs. I want Chief Joe Alphonse. I want him to lead the way, and he will. And we've got lots of notable movies in British Columbia, you know. Oh, Deadpool, X-Men. Okay, how about just let's take care of our people and let's believe in our Indian people and let's tell the true story. Let's not tell the fantasy, please. Imagine Connections, the 13th War in British Columbia. Yeah, go for it. Let's imagine, let's have a fantasy, and it's okay. We love to have fantasies, but you know what? I want the truth. Imaginative links between the 13th War in British Columbia. There you go. It's a fantasy. Imagine it. But you know, I do think that sometimes we need to we need to fight. But guess what? Chief Joe, the Chilcombs, we didn't want to fight. Chief of Dog Creek, he goes, "Hey Shelley, can we make friends with Joe? We don't want, we're peace treaties. We are treaty Indians." And I said, "Oh, I don't want to fight. Okay, just leave it alone." And he laughed at me, and we laughed, and that's okay. Hypothetical scenarios. Here we go. Dense forest, rugged forest. I think that our people, I think they love our country, and I think that they see something that we all need. And you know what? Let's embrace it. I don't want any fake, excuse me, any fake ideology. We need to love each other. We need to care for each other. And we do. We do. And potential cultural exchanges and impacts. Oh boy, are we good at this? Joe Alphonse, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that the Silk Nation Alliance, tourism inspiration, we want people to respect us, and we want them to understand how special and how important our tourism is. Our intellectual property rights. Okay? Let's keep going on. Storytelling across eras. Well, films connect with different historic periods, helping audiences, bridging continents. Well, why wouldn't we? Did we not walk across Alaska? Did we not? Is that not what they're saying? And we want to talk about history and geography and film. It means a lot. Conclusion. Creative film storytelling. You know what? We love it. I love the stories. Inspiration from fiction. Why not? Interplay of history and geography. You know what? It's okay. It's okay to have stories. It's okay to believe in something. It's okay to have a fantasy. Our Indigenous people, we are the best. And I hope that you enjoyed this. For me, Dog Creek was so real, and Chief Joe said, "Make friends, don't make enemies." And Chief of Dog Creek says, "Hey, ask Joe if we can win." And I said, "I can't have a fight." No, anyways, it was great. And thank you, and I hope you enjoy this.